Are you addicted to social media, adult content, smoking, alcohol or gambling? Well, addiction don't know any boundaries. But have you ever wondered that what is addiction and how does it work? Well, if you've these questions, you came at right place. First, we all have to understand addiction and its functions. Addiction is a chronic condition that involves compulsively seeking and taking a substance or performing an activity despite negative or harmful consequences. And in my words, addiction is a psychological disease, and to know how that happens, you have to start by thinking about brain's natural reward system. The reward system primary behavior is to reinforce sets of behaviors. Evolutionarily, it starts as a way to indicate us the action that help us survive are good. And we should keep doing them. And this mediate through a brain chemical called dopamine. The reward system releases a small amount of dopamine whenever we achieve something. And that burst of dopamine is a satisfying jolt that encourages us to repeat the same action again and again. And the problem is that the addiction hijack our brain natural reward system. The thing that was common in all kind of addiction, is that they produce a pleasurable surge of dopamine, that was 10 times higher than natural dopamine release, and as time passes, our brains stop giving us the same amount of dopamine for that particular activity, and when we do that particular thing again for another surge of dopamine, our brain got addicted to that cheap and easy pleasure. I hope that now you understand how addiction works. Now let's see how you can recover from an addiction. There are many ways on the internet, but I bring two most efficient ways for you guys. But both of them didn't work until you want to be cured. It's all up to your actions. These methods can only help if you want to be helped. Our first method is recognizing your triggers and avoiding them. Let's understand with an example. You met your friend at a new spot where he offered you a cigarette. And that's the first time you were consuming a cigarette. After some days when you again come at that particular spot, the first thing that came into your mind is a cigarette. So that spot is now a trigger for you. Same goes with every other addiction. Spending time with friends can be a trigger for alcohol where all of you drink together. Having a quiet room with internet can be a trigger where you can watch some naughty videos, and so on. So, first you need to identify those triggers, and once you identify them, divert your energy at that very moment you realize that you are again going to give cheap dopamine to your mind. The best way to divert energy is a hard workout. Trust me, I've done it myself. Once you're exhausted with lots of sweat on your body, you realize that all your body is not craving the thing anymore. Second way is a tough one. It's known as 10-minute trick, and you can try it if first method did not work. The reason why it's known as 10-minute trick, it's because it gives you 10 minutes that are equal to an hour. Whenever your addiction take over your will, you have to say,
"Okay, I'll do it in 10 minutes."
And in those 10 minutes, your willpower and collective intelligence suggest you the right way. You feel all the shame and guilt of your previous actions that you have done. And in the end of those 10 minutes, your willpower again rise and you would not do that thing. I hope this video is helpful to you, and help you to get rid of your addiction. See you later. Remember that every monk have a past, and every sinner have a future.